Hi everyone, welcome back. It is KUPA Tuesday, KUPA Live, Cinco de Drinko, whatever you want to call it. Welcome back to our safe space. We are here with our beautiful model Val, yours truly, Gabby Espino, educator with KUPA Inc. And today, I know we did Cinco de Mayo last week, but we're ahead of time right now. You know, we got to keep the designs flowing. So today we're going to do some really pretty roses for Mother's Day. I feel like Mother's Day, you want to be very feminine, very girly, right? So we're going to be able to do some little roses, but I am going to take you back to basics today, and I'm going to teach you how to apply a soft gel tip. Okay, so grab your pen, grab your paper, grab your favorite drink, and let's get started. I already prepped. I prepped our model here. So we did the design on one hand, and now we're going to do it on the other hand. So let's see the other hand. She has been prepped. She's been here all day, actually. We've been shooting a lot of really cool stuff for her. So her hands are a little sore, but we're going to take care of her for sure. Now, when we are applying our soft gel tips, prep is the most important part, in my opinion. Why? We want to make sure that we're taking care of that natural nail, that we're not over filing it with our e-file, but also the better prep that you do, the longer that these soft gel tips are going to last, right? So my clients personally, they come back every bit, like 4 weeks or so, 3 to 4 weeks. And when they come back, because the prep is so good, to toot my own horn, sometimes we don't even have to do a removal. We end up doing a fill with our builder gel, which if you guys are familiar with it, our Enrich RX in a bottle. You can use it to fill in your soft gel tips, which becomes what we call it, a hybrid set. So right now I'm using our Shaper Buffer file with the 100 grit to just give her natural nail a little bit of definition, making sure that it's nice and even under there. Perfect. And then because we've already really filed her quite a bit, I'm just going to go with my favorite manicuring bit, which is our manicuring bit. That's what this one is called. It has a slightly tapered shape on it, so it's easier to get into the cuticles. And because the top of the bit is also abrasive, it really gets into that cuticle and removes any unwanted cuticle overgrowth, both on the nail plate and along the nail fold. So we're going to stick this into our companion. I don't know if you guys remember, but all of our ManiPro passports now come with their own companion, meaning that you don't have to buy them separately. It is included. All right, so using the manicuring bit, I'm just going to go along her cuticle because we don't need to touch her nail bed again. Almost parallel to the nail plate. You don't want to dig into it, but you also don't want it to be too flat. And really getting into those folds right here. I notice that with clients, when I don't get into these little crevices right here, that's where most of the lifting will happen, if any. So using this manicuring bit along those areas is really going to help with any lifting problems. And because it is soft enough to get onto our skin, I do like to use it to go in along and kind of buff out any calluses that our clients might have, any dry areas, especially if you are someone that works with paper or with cardboard quite a bit. Our hands tend to get really dry. So this will be a very useful bit to use when doing our prep. If you guys haven't already, you can hop onto our website. We still have code. Actually, no, it's May now. Do we have a new code for the month of May, Mr. Producer? No? It's probably, we'll figure it out, but I'll let you guys know. We have May 26th. That should have been easy. If you use code May 26 at the end of your purchase, when making a purchase on our website, you will receive 20% off your whole purchase. But if you want to visit us in store here in Anaheim, we are in beautiful, sunny SoCal. And you can come visit us in store, and everything in store is 25, sorry, not 20 pi. I'm hungry. 25% off in store. So there we have it. We got her nice and prepped. Oh my God, Val, I'm so sorry. Your hands okay?
Yeah.
They're doing good? Okay, perfect. All right, so she's nice and prepped. Now we have to size her with our soft gel tips. Our favorite tips to use on Val are the Almond Leto in medium because they are our pointier bits. We have these in long as well, but I feel like the long ones are a little bit pointier. These ones are a little bit more almond shape. But Val likes to have super pointy nails, so we are going to taper them for her a little bit. They come in 550 count. You get at least 12 different sizes, from my understanding. Yep, 12 different sizes. Perfect for anybody in between sizes. And the best thing about our tips, if you guys don't already know, you're probably sick of me telling you, but I'm not going to shut up about it, is the fact that they come pre-roughened. So I don't know if you guys could see in, maybe right there against the dark, there you go. That frosted area is pre-roughened. So you don't have to go in there with another bit. You don't have to do anything extra. You don't have to etch it with any product. You can just go straight, apply the product straight onto here and onto the nail, and you'll be able to have really good adhesion without any extra steps, because time is what, guys? Shmoney. Time is shmoney. Oh my God, this is perfect. Look, I like that. All right, so we're gonna choose that one for our ring finger, and then our middle finger usually is a size up. Nail techs, let me know. I feel like over the years, I've noticed that this one's actually perfect too. Over the years, these two nails tend to be the same size, and this one is one size up always. I don't know why. That's just how it seems to go with everyone, but maybe it's just me and my clients. All right. So we have the nails already, but prior to applying any product at all, we have to do the most important part, which is what, ladies? Prep and prime. Absolutely. So we do have a trio, which is one of my favorite products from KUPA. We have the Love, Peace, and Harmony trio, which is our 1, 2, and 3. Peace, Love, and Harmony. Sorry, I said that wrong. Peace, Love, and Harmony. We're going to be using Peace and Love right now, which is our Nail Prep pH Balance, our dehydrator. And then Love is our acid-free nail primer. We save Harmony for the end of it to rehydrate her. So we're going to go in with number 1 first. And this is a nail pH balancer. It's going to suck out any moisture that those nails might have. I know some clients tend to have a little bit oilier, naturally oilier nail bed. So by doing this step, we can remove, see how it's, you could see it just like sucking out all of those natural oils. Once that's dry, I would recommend for you to wait for it to completely dry. See how dry and dehydrated that makes? That's perfect. Then you go in with our acid-free primer. Now our acid-free primer, a little goes a long way. Make sure not to get it on any of the nail bed, or not the nail bed, the nail folds on the side. Stick to just the nail plate. There we go. I give it a little bit of a chance to dry, and it's going to have like a satiny finish. You don't want it to look wet like this, but you do want it to look a little bit more satiny. Perfect. So you might have a little bit of product left on that nail, so that's probably why it looks the way that it does. But once that's on, we're good to go. So if you guys have been with us for a while and you've seen me apply these, you know that I like to do something called a slip layer before actually applying the actual tip. A slip layer is just a layer of the adhesive, a very thin layer on the natural nail. I'm going to cure it for a full 60 seconds into the lamp. She's going to come out, and then we're going to add the adhesive. In experience, you don't have to do this part. It's just a part that I've adapted over the years. From experience, when I do this, they tend to last a little bit longer, and it kind of guides the adhesive on the tip onto the nail plate a little bit easier. So you just want to do a very thin coat over the whole nail, and then don't forget to cap the edge on both sides. Perfect. We're getting Val Mother's Day ready. What are you guys doing? Do you guys have plans? Are you doing anything? Can I come? Can we go to brunch and have some mimosas? That sounds fun. Here we go. Okay, very thin layer on that natural nail. Perfect. And then don't forget to cap that edge. And this goes into the lamp for 60 seconds. Now, I do warn clients, this doesn't happen with everybody, but there can be a heat spike. So it's that like heating sensation that you feel when you stick your hand to the lamp. But you do one of two things. We could pull it out and wait for it to pass. Or what I like to do is I put it on a 90-second timer on our Mani Pro Glow. The 90-second timer makes it what we call a slow burn. So it'll gradually heat up. At about 30 seconds, it's at max potential. Then you got a full 60 seconds left for it to really cure. It is not necessary, but doing it with a 90-second tends to help that heat spike. So you have clients that you feel have a little bit more of a sensitivity on their nails, try the 90 seconds. If not, Can't do nothing about it. You just got to pull your hand out, wait for it to pass, okay? Beauty is pain, so handle it. Just handle it. Just kidding. I'm about to rip my nails off when I get home. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just kidding. I'm going to soak them off. All right, so she's still got about 50 seconds left. While that is happening, I'm going to add the product onto our soft gel tip. So I take a very little bit, you know, a little goes a long way, onto the tip right there, and then I drag it from one end to another, like so, so it's nice and even. If you only leave it here in the center and you pull, and you'll see what I mean, when you pull the nail down onto the nail plate, it's not going to land, like lay evenly, and you're going to have some pockets in there that could, one, cause mildew, or two, make it so it pops off a lot easier. So make sure that we're spreading it across the whole nail plate before it goes into or onto the nail. And because we only need to flash cure these before we can actually stick them to the lamp, we pulled out our handy dandy Duet here, and you're going to get to see her in action. So you're going to take it at about a 45-degree angle. I put it a little bit below the cuticle and push it towards the cuticle like so. And then grabbing my thumb, I place it at the top, bring it down, and bring it to the edge of her natural nail, right there. But I'm going to get her closer on the Duet sensor. There we go. And I'm going to hold it with one thumb on one at the tip and then the other thumb at the top. This Duet goes for 15 seconds on a flash cure. So about halfway through, I hold both thumbs on the sides. Let's do a little bit more just to be safe. There we go. You burning or anything? We're good?
Good.
All right. So there you go. So you see I'm holding it on both sides. First, I started off at the top like so, and then I'm holding it on the sides the second time around. That was 30 seconds. That's enough to leave it on there and not move so we can apply our second tip. And you could do this all the way around to all 5 nails, and then once all 5 nails are flash cured, then you stick it into the lamp for a full 60 seconds. So one more time, let's see prediction. We're gonna grab a little dollop at the very edge of our tip, and see how it's kind of like in that U shape. We want it to go evenly across. So you're gonna drag it to each side so it's nice and straight like so. Perfect. Remember, a little goes a long way. We're gonna grab our finger. I put it down a little bit below the cuticle and then push it upwards like so. If I see an air bubble like I do right there, I pull it down and we do it one more time. There we go. Push it upwards. I take this thumb, place it at the cuticle, and then with my other thumb, bring it down. There we go until it gets to the edge, and then we flash cure for those 15 seconds. Now, if it gets past that free edge, don't worry. It's not a big deal. It's still going to stick. It's still going to do its thing, but it might be a little uncomfortable for the client. So my suggestion would be just to bring it down just to that natural nail, and then let's do it another 30 seconds. We're going to hit it again, and then this time I switch my thumbs to the sides, holding it down like so. See? Super easy. Easy peasy. All right. That should be enough. You can turn it off, and then she goes into the lamp full 60 seconds. Now, I've talked a lot about on here how I've managed to take all of my clientele from acrylic to just our soft gel tips and our builder gel. These do last quite a bit. My clients come back every like 4 to 6 weeks, give or take. 4 probably for the most part, and they come back and they have no lifting. So we have 2 options. We can either soak off the set, which takes about 15 minutes, not a big deal, or we could fill them in with our Enrich RX, which is these guys back here. If you guys haven't used these yet, absolutely amazing. Builder in a bottle, super easy to use, and they're super strong. So what I've done over the last couple of years since we've come out with this product is I will start clients off with our soft gel tip, get their natural nail to grow. We do a couple of fills, eventually cut down the soft gel tip, and then we just do builder gel on their nails. So their nails are growing faster, they're growing stronger. This is vitamin E and collagen infused builder gel. So I've noticed a huge difference in clients' nail growth and just health overall. It comes in this clear color, which is the one that I like to use to fill them in. But we also have 4 other colors. Sorry. We have 4 other colors. I'll show them to you right. Jump scare. Thanks, Mark. Marco's been bullying me all day. I've been here since 9 a.m. and he's just been bullying me all day. Okay, we have 4 other colors aside from the clear. If we can get a close-up of just, thank you, just the colors. So we have our peach, our soft pink, our sheer white, and then our nude pink. Absolutely gorgeous, and they're like translucenty. Another really cool thing about our builder gel is that once you remove the inhibition layer, which is that like tacky layer after it comes out of the lamp, you wipe that off and then it's shiny. Like you don't even have to do a top coat. Now I obviously do because KUPA has the best top coat, but you don't have to. And clients who are looking to grow their natural, I saw that coming. I saw that coming and did nothing about it. Yeah, thank you. Commercial break. It's okay. Clients who are growing out their natural nails and who tend to be in water quite a bit. So if you're doing dishes, if you're a nurse and you're in gloves a lot, if you work with kids and you're constantly washing their hands, whatever, our builder gel in general is non-porous, meaning water isn't going to attack it the same way that it would acrylic. So they do tend to last a little bit longer and they're super lightweight. So my suggestion is that as we start off with our soft gel tips, and then eventually work our way into our builder gel, and you'll have super healthy, beautiful nails, just like Val. Look at Val. All right, they're on there. See, 60 seconds, nice and on. But because Val likes to stab Marco, we are going to add a little bit of a point to our nail. But before we do that, we are going to blend it in. Do we have any questions in the chat? No, it's okay. Am I talking to myself? If you're watching this afterwards, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching us. I will be here once a week right now. Yay! Because our friend Patricia is off doing her thing, having a baby. Everyone congratulate Patricia for us. For me, I miss her. I got to see her last week after like a year because we would come in every other week. So that was really nice. Miss you, Patricia. But yeah, we're going to go in and blend these tips. Now, to blend them, I like to use a card by bit. And we don't use it very fast, maybe at about 10,000 RPMs at the fastest. In this case, I'm using the tapered bit. Here, let me turn off so you guys can see. The tapered bit, in my opinion, is perfect for this portion of the soft gel tip application because it is abrasive enough to blend in, but not too abrasive where like it scares me to get close to the cuticle. And all we're doing is blending that cuticle. And because we did that, the slip layer underneath and we're drilling onto the soft gel tip, it's not going to affect the natural nail. Does that make sense? There's like a layer underneath there protecting it so that we can do this blend and it's going to work out perfectly. And then I'm going to show you another little trick that I like to do afterwards. But first this, one thing at a time because my ADHD is taking over. All right, here we go. So to blend this in, we're just going to go at about 35-degree angle on that cuticle. You see that? Just along that edge. We're not applying any pressure. We're letting the tip do all of the work. The bit, not the tip. Sorry. Now, if it does get gunked up a little bit, just go ahead and clean it with some acetone. Not a big deal. But we're only doing 2, so I should be fine. And we're just going along that cuticle. Just kind of blending it, make it look a little bit more like it's growing out of her natural nail. But then the trick that I show you in the end is what really blends it in. All right, so same thing, we're going along that cuticle. If you want to grab your thumb, kind of tug at that skin a little bit right there. Perfect. Now, if you can really get this down, you guys can do a full set application of our soft gel tips in about 20 minutes. Now, I don't know if you're doing math, but 20-minute application and maybe another 40 minutes of, polish or nail art, you can make some good money in an hour. Who wouldn't want to do that? Right? All right, it's blended in. Let me clean it up a wee bit. Okay, stop. Sorry, my accents start coming out. All right, now I'm gonna go back with our shaver buffer file. We love her. She's our favorite. I'm gonna use the 100 grit side to just point out those tips a little bit more. That's another cool thing about our soft gel tips. They're super customizable, and you can cut them down, you can shape them up. They're really easy to use and they do not break. Look at that. Don't worry, Val, I'm gonna make these super sharp. Super sharp. Sorry, Marco. Sorry, Marco. I think I should probably give some context. Val is Marco's girlfriend, by the way. So, I need her to have them really sharp so she can keep them in line and stop bugging me. Stop bullying me. There we go. Look how easy that was. And this is the 100 grit on our shaper buffer file. Perfect. Now we're going to do the other side. Da, 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 da. And now I don't know if you could see that beautiful red on there, but that is from, we're going to be using our palettes, obviously, to create some really nice flowers. Some flowers. I mean, I think Mother's Day, I think flowers, I think bouquet. I think not having to cook anything that day. Maybe a mimosa. Ooh, I should have drawn a mimosa on here. That'd been so cute. And say, okay, so first off, May has a lot going on this year. We got Cinco de Mayo, Mother's Day, graduations. What else is going on? There's a bunch of concerts that I want to go to too. Maybe even Disneyland. What else? Oh, EDC. Should we do EDC nails next week? Yeah, we're gonna do it. We already planned it. Just kidding. We're already planning on doing EDC nails.
I can tell that.
Because I want them to get excited. I want them to show up. We're going to do some really fun EDC nails next week, obviously featuring our Venice Afternoon palette, which is our neon palette. If you guys have caught that commercial for our palettes with the girl DJing, we used the Venice Afternoon palette to create that look, and it was just super cool underneath a black light. So, all right. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Same shaper buffer file. Now we're using the buffer side, which is the gray, just removing that shine. I had somebody ask me in a one-on-one class that I did not too long ago if this was a step that was needed. In my opinion, yes, because it just helps the whatever you're going to put on there, whatever polish base, it just kind of helps it adhere to it. So definitely buff them out, but don't use one of those sharp buffers. Use something softer to kind of help it out. All right, now I'm going to go in before I do the last little trick that I want to show you guys. I want to go in with, obviously, our soft landing squares. These are little squares of lint-free wipes. And our cleansing solution, which is the purple. So, oh my God, not my stomach. Cleansing solution, the purple one, like so. I like to do this step instead of sending clients to wash their hands. I like to cleanse their nail. It does dehydrate it a little bit, which is fine. But we're just going to rehydrate her again with some number 3 Harmony. Look how beautiful that looks. Doesn't she look super blended in? But alas, 'tis not enough. We have, hold on. I brought it. I swear. I just have to clean my little bowl. I'm going to take some acetone and one of our brushes. Give me 1 second. There we go. Now, we're going to take some acetone, which is just basic acetone. Nothing special about it. We all have some. Pour it into my little dampen dish. We have this discussion every single time. And I'm going to grab one of my favorite brushes from KUPA. It is the French Divinity brush, which is dual-ended. It is meant to create French tips. So you have one side with the brush. This one's a little battered. See how it has like the little divot? So you dip it into some white and then you create a French with it. But I will be using the cleansing side brush. So this is a cleaner side of the brush. Look at that. It's nice and pointy. This one has been used and abused quite a bit, so don't judge her. But I'm going to dip it into that acetone and I'm going to grab the nail and go along the cuticle. Just kind of brush it along the cuticle like so and then bring it downward. This really, really blends in that tip. It kind of melts away any edges. Look at that. What tip? This is her nail. She grew it herself. Just kidding. We did it right now. All right. Same thing on the other side. Just kind of, and I like to do it with this brush specifically. I've used like a square brush before and it doesn't really do it justice. But fair warning, once it starts melting, it starts hardening right away. Once it starts drying. So there we go. What tip? What are we talking about? What is this? Magic, sorcery. I'm a wizard, Harry. Oh, wait, no. You're a wizard, Harry. All right. So there you have it. There's the application. Now we're ready to do little piece of resistance. We're going to do some really pretty roses. And because we've been so stuck on this nude that we've been doing, right? The from our new palettes that are coming out soon.
I think they're out. Aren't they out?
Oh, Are they?
They're out.
They're out. Yay! Okay, so now you can actually buy this. This is from the Santa Monica Suites collection, right? And also our Newport Nostalgia. Those are brand new palettes out on our website. Use code May26 to be able to get 20% off. But we're going to be using the Santa Monica Suites palette. Has a really pretty color named Apricot Fizz. And we have been obsessed with this as, we have been obsessed with it using it as a background, like a nude background, because it is kind of translucent. The Santa Monica Suites collection palette is like see-through-ish, translucent, right? Oh, we put a link on the screen. Technologia. Awesome. Yay. I'm getting ahead of myself, but we're going to be using, yeah, you can click it. Oh my God, look at Marco. We need to get sound effects, Marco.
I know. I'm gonna do that.
We have to get sound effects, and we got to get Marco a mic because you guys need to hear
the
the boo sound. Why would you boo me?
sound.
No.
The cheering.
Yeah. Yay. There's sirens. I don't know if you could hear those. We're in SoCal. It's fine. All right. So before we can do our background, which is going to be the Apricot Fizz from our Santa Monica Suites collection, available now through the link that you can see right there, we have to do obviously a base. So we're going in with our gel base. I love this base. And all you need is a thin layer. Make sure you're getting all of that nail plate, like so. And we're capping the edges. Yay. I love. This is going to make it so that, one, it's an even base. It's going to make the product adhere, the color adhere a lot better. And it just looks really shiny and pretty. And I like it. All right, now before she goes in, I'm making sure I'm going to clean her edges up. Like so. All right, into the lamp for un minuto. That's Spanish for 1 minute, in case you didn't know. I am very Mexican.
Happy Cinco de
Happy Cinco de Drinko! Prior to starting this live, I was told that I needed to tone it down a little bit. My apologies. That wasn't on purpose, I swear. Happy Cinco de Mayo to all of my Mexicans out there. That wasn't embarrassing at all. I don't celebrate. Fun fact, Mexicans don't celebrate Cinco de Mayo. It's just another day. Just another day. But it is Taco Tuesday. We actually had tacos. Well, I had a taco bowl. We have tacos pretty much every time I come here. It's like that's all we order for food. But it is Taco Tuesday, so go out and celebrate. Call off of work tomorrow. Don't tell them I told you to do that. And enjoy, because I will not. I will be here again. All right, so we're into our Apricot Fizz. This is Apricot Fizz from our Santa Monica Suites collection. This is the base color that we're going to use. And every single palette that you buy comes with its own brush. So, oh my God, Marco, chill. There you go. It comes with its own brush. It is dual-ended. We have the flat head on one side, and then we have a detailing brush on the other. We are going to be using both today. And not just because I work here, but this brush has replaced every other brush I ever owned. So I literally just use the color brushes to create all of the art that you see on my page. So yeah, that's fun. And my clients could corroborate. If you're a client of mine and you're in the comments, make sure you tell them the truth. This is the only brush that I use. All right, so we're going in and we're doing one coat. We're probably going to do 2 coats, but it's just a perfect nude. It's nice and like pinky peachy. I feel like every single skin tone that I've used it on, it just works perfectly. And it's translucent, which is like my favorite thing to do when it comes to doing like a French or a nude nail. I want it to be a little translucent to kind of mimic the natural color of our nails, right? Another fun fact, your health will reflect onto your nails. All right, go stick them into the lamp. Meaning, us nail technicians, cosmetologists too, we are trained to kind of take a look at a client's nail beds and be like, there's something going on in your health. From kidney issues to dehydration to if you have problems with like psoriasis, anything like that, we're able to kind of pick a good nail technician, just saying, a good nail technician to tell you. So it's not just about pretty nails, it's also about having healthy nails. And because our builder gel is collagen and vitamin E based, we can't get healthier than that, right? And I feel like the industry has kind of pivoted from just having really pretty nails into the nail health of our clients, right? We worry about our clients' nails. We invest in products that make sure that they're taking care of them. We no longer use acid primer. I'm looking at you, old school nail tech. We don't use acid primer because that's really going to mess up our clients' nail beds. So KUPA has made it a point to not just bring you good products, but quality products as well, and taking care of our clients' nail health. Oh my God, look how pretty that is. I would wear it just like that. I would wear it just like that. All right, we're going to do one more coat because we did 2 coats on the other hand. Like so. But see, it's not much of a difference. Just makes it slightly more even. Now, I do like to flip the brush and go in the cuticle area and just really get in there if we have to. Like so. Especially if it's a brighter color, you know, that's a little bit more noticeable. Getting all those edges. Perfecto, Bruno. Oh no, what was it? Silencio, Bruno. I love that movie. It's a cute movie. All right, same thing on this side. We're going in with a second coat, like so. Perfect. Making sure we're getting those edges nice and even, and then I'm flipping the brush and making sure that we're getting as close to that cuticle as possible. Yes. My precious. Sorry. All right, here we go. Beautiful. All right, back into the lamp for a full 60 seconds while she's cleaning. No, she's cleaning. Well, she don't cook. She don't clean. But let me tell you, she got this ring. Anyway, while she's cooking, I'm cleaning my brush. That's what I was trying to say. I'm not doing very good at toning it down. I'm so sorry, Marco. I'm gonna get fired, aren't I? It's all right. It's okay.
That
It
was
is
hilarious.
what it is. It is what it is. We're cleaning our brush. Now I am using acetone here. Do I recommend it? Probably not. I think your best bet would be using our cleansing solution because it's not too abrasive. It's not going to eat at the glue in the barrel of the barrel of the brush. But every now and then it's not fine. And I do like to clean it at least once a day with acetone because even with the cleansing solution, you don't really get all of it out. And then just kind of molding it back to how I need it to be molded a little bit more. That's very important with any brush, nail techs. After we're done using it, cleaning them and kind of putting them back. Look how flat that is. That is insane. I love this brush so much. But yeah, after you use them, mold them, clean them and mold them back into their original position. That's why I like these soft landing squares that we sell because they're lint free and they're just easy to clean. There we go. One more time. Perfect. See, back to square one. Now, if your bristles ever get bent, a cool little trick that I learned was that you grab some hot water and then you dip the bristles in the hot water. And then when it's still warm, you kind of shape them back to how you want them to be. And it'll get the brush right back. As long as they're Kalitsky bristles, they should jump right back to there. And then because I'm extra, I'm going to go in here and clean this part of the brush because it feels sticky. All right, we're good to go. Okay, now she's got the base down. We are going to go in with a couple colors from our LA Confidential palette and a color from our Venice Afternoon palette. This is a palette that we're going to be using next week for, oh, I thought I did my finger in it, for our EDC nails. So we're going to be using the color Limelight from the Venice Afternoon collection. And from the LA Confidential collection, we're going to be using Oscar Night, City of Angels, you see the red in there, and Urban Jungle. So we're going to be using these 3 colors to create some really pretty, and these are super easy. I'm a big fan of like dimension. We all know that. Ooh, see, you can see them kind of, but we're looking at the colors. Here we go. So these 3 are from LA Confidential, and then this other one is from the Venice Afternoon collection. And you can see them here. I'm going to open. Oh my God, it's so bright. I love it. This red, Oscar Night, is my favorite red. We have another one in the Venice Afternoon collection. It's not so much red. It's more like on the orangey side. But this red is like, it just screams red. I kind of want it in a lipstick. I think that would be a really pretty color in a lipstick. But alas, we'll just use it on our nails. That is the red that she has on her other solid nails right now is the Urban, nope, not Urban, it's the Oscar Night. But we're going to be using it to create some roses. So I'm going to be grabbing a little bit of Oscar Night, putting it on my impromptu palette, which is just one of our forms. I'm going to clean my brush, grab a little bit, nope, not clean enough. Grab a little bit of my City of Angels. It's okay if there's a little bit of red on there. Clean that. Grab a little bit of Urban Jungle, which is really pretty, just like green. There we go. And then a little bit of Limelight. We're going to be using these to create our roses and our leaves. Look how gorgeous that is. Now remember, these are cream colors, meaning that their viscosity, their consistency is a lot thicker than average gel polish. So if you feel like they're too thick, you're going to grab a little bit of acetone and dip it and just kind of move it into the polish like so. See how I just kind of diluted it quite a bit? And that's important when creating these types of designs sometimes, because we are going to be kind of, what would the word be, marbling the nail. I need the polish to be a little bit easier to manipulate. So by doing that, it's just better. Same thing with our Oscar night. Look how pretty that red. I would definitely, obviously I like red lipstick. Obviously, it's my signature look. All right, I'm not going to do it with the white because it's okay. All right, now to create the roses, I'm going to dip my brush into Oscar Night and into City of Angels at the same time. I know. How dare she? And I just kind of play with it until I get like a marbling effect. And simultaneously just kind of like dipping it into both colors as we go while I create just a really pretty rose. Swirling that center. It's a lot of kind of playing with it. There is no science behind this. I wish I could be like, hey, this is exactly how you do it, but there we go. See? White, a rose by any other name. It's from Shakespeare. Yeah. I'm like, that's from Shakespeare. All right, same thing. We're starting off with a little bud, so just two right there in the center. And because we're dipping it in both colors, it's creating that marbling effect, so it's adding that really cool texture to it. Right there, right there. I'm going to add a little bit more white. A little bit more white there. There we go. And just a little bit more right here. Look at that. How pretty. That is super up close. I love this camera when it's on the nail and not on my face. All right, now we're going to do another little set on this side. This is what I meant. It was like super easy design, but it looks way more intricate than it actually is. Now, be careful not to mix the colors too much, because then you're just going to with pink blobs. Trust me, I've done it. Like so. A little bit more white right here. Oh. I'm going to split my brush and clean it. A little extra part. Perfect. A little right there. Same thing down here. And a little bit more white. Now these colors make it super easy to work with because, oh, too much. Because they're not running, they're not, even with the dilution that we did with the acetone, they're still staying put and staying in place, if that makes sense. A little bit more red on this one. There we go. How beautiful. Roses. Roses. What's your favorite flower, Val?
My favorite flower?
Mm-hmm.
I like not the peace lily. What are they called, babe? No, they're not lilies. They're not just lilies. They're the ones that smell really good.
Oh.
They open. They are like closed and then they open.
And then they open up. I think I know what you're talking about. The red and white ones?
What are they called? Why am I blanking on
It's
it?
all right. It's Friday. Wait, no, it's Tuesday. I wish it was Friday.
Oh my gosh.
It's all right. My favorite are roses, for sure. I'm basic. I know, I've always liked roses. I remember growing up, our house had roses outside, and just like walking outside, it smelled delicious. So I think it just reminds me of like that. And I just think red roses are beautiful. Look at that. Stargazer.
Stargazer lily.
Ah.
Wow, I
Pretty.
can't believe I blanked on that.
You know which other ones are really pretty? The ones that are like, they look like little blobs. Not blobs, but it's just a bunch of little flowers. I can't remember what they're called. Not
Like
chrysanthemums.
bulbs,
They're like little bulbs, yeah. But they're.
marigolds.
I do like marigolds. Those are Dia de los Muertos flowers, right?
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna do marigolds on your nails for Dia de los Muertos. There we go. Almost done. Oh, too much. Too much. It's alright. You can always go back and fix. And a little bit more white. Stargazers. I'll have to look those up. Yeah, flowers are definitely one thing that I love to draw on nails. I think they're just pretty and fun. There we go. Perfect. All right, now we got both flowers in there. She's gonna go into the lamp for the full 60 seconds because I'm always paranoid that it's gonna I'm gonna swipe to do the top coat and it's just gonna all disappear. All right, now when she comes out, we're gonna do not the flowers, the leaves, the little leaves. And I like to use these two colors. I might add a little bit of white too for the leaves just to add some more dimension. But we're going to be using Urban Jungle and Limelight from two separate palettes. I forgot them. LA Confidential and the Venice Afternoon palette. And then we're also using the Santa Monica Suites collection base. So these are all the colors that we use for today's look. She has the Oscar Night on all of the solid nails that she has on. And then we used Apricot Fizz for the background of the flowers. And then City of Angels, Urban Jungle, Limelight, and Oscar Night for the actual flower design. Again, if you go onto our website, use code May26, you guys can snag pretty much anything on there and get 20% off of your purchase to be able to buy the new. I can't believe they're out. I didn't know. I didn't get any. Can I have some? All right, now we dipped our brush into all three colors, and we're just gonna draw little flowers pulling out. What is it? I can buy them? Okay, thanks. Thank you so much. I will definitely be doing that because I'm at the store right now. Now I'll get 25% off of my purchase being here. Look at those cute little flowers. All right, I need a little bit more Urban Jungle because I feel like I dipped it into the white too much. Green, white. Same thing here. I like to start off and then just drag. Pretty. This one's kind of hidden right here. Then we'll do another one, little one right here. Gorgeous. My favorite thing when I do flowers like this is when I do the top coat and everything just kind of comes together. Gorgeous. Oh, let me drag it a little bit. Oh, I don't like that flower. Hold on. Let's clean it. Let's use the other side of our brush. Whop. See? One brush does it all. All right. So using Urban Jungle, City of Angels, and Limelight, I dipped it into all three. There we go. Just I wanted it to look a little pointier. There we go. Ta-da! There we go. I need to clean my brush. I think that's what's happening. One more time. Oh my god, I'm EDC ready. Just kidding. I don't know anything about raves. I don't know anything about raves or rave, but it sounds like a lot of fun and I like the colors. I would go to People Watch.
You gotta go.
I gotta go. Marco says I have to go to a rave. Listen, you're lucky that I come here, okay? You're lucky that I leave my house to come here. I'm such a homebody. There we go. All right, back into the lamp for, this can use 30 seconds. It's a smaller design, so it doesn't need too long to cure. And then afterwards, we're gonna go in with our top coat. I am gonna be putting these away because I'm very good at just messing things up. If you guys have been watching for a minute, you saw my little fiasco with the palettes that I dropped earlier. My apologies, Marco. I will tone it down next time. But here we are. I'm putting these back. Urban Jungle, City of Angels, and Oscar Night are part of our LA Confidential palette. Apricot Fizz is part of our Santa Monica Suites collection. Look how pretty they are. And this collection, the Santa Monica Sweets one, the new one, they're all like translucent-y. They're really pretty. We've been playing around with them quite a bit. Ooh, we haven't used limoncello. We need to use limoncello, but I want to show it to you guys before I put her away, so you could see the milkiness of it. I feel like these are also good colors to have to dilute other colors with. If you're a nail tech, you kind of know what I mean. When you want to just add a hint of warmth or cool to a color, but you don't want to add like straight up pigment, these would be a great palette to use to kind of dilute whatever color you already have. This marshmallow drizzle right here, it looks like Krispy Kreme frosting. I just want to... Oh, let's put them in the light so we could see them. Ooh, you see that? And they're translucent. These are all translucent. So we used Apricot Fizz today, which is this one. She has been used quite a bit because we love this color. It's a perfect nude. And you wouldn't think of it. Just looking at it, it looks really pink to me. But like once it's applied, it's like the perfect peachy pink nude. But yeah, these are all from the Santa Monica Sweets collection, the newest collection, one of the newest collections that we have. We also have the Newport Nostalgia. This one is also, it's also pastels, but these are opaque. So you can see there. Oh, that one's really pretty. The Coral Sunrise I kind of want to do on my toes. Remember back in the day, like when that really pretty melon color was cute on your toes? So there we go. See, these are also pastels like the Santa Monica Sweets collection, but these are opaque, so these are not translucent. They are solid. They're very, very pigmented, and they're really, really pretty. This one is called Newport Nostalgia. So if you guys can't tell, they're all named after SoCal, Southern California. We're all very proud to be from here. West Covina, California. Sorry, that was a show called Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. That was the theme song. All right, so she's ready. Look at her design. Thank you. And now we're just going to do a top coat. Like I said, this is like my favorite part because it just kind of brings everything together. We're being generous here. Ta-da! Just kind of like melts everything together. Perfect. She is ready to hit the town. Ready to go to brunch, to the beach. It's supposed to be a nice weekend here in SoCal. Currently, it's in the low 60s, and apparently this weekend's going to be in the 90s. That's cool. Southern California, we get all 4 seasons in one day because we can't have them all year round. All right. There you have it. Into the lamp for a full 60 seconds to finish up before we hydrate her one more time because, like I said, Val's been here all day. We were here last week for a full like 11-hour shoot. We shot a bunch of really cool content for you guys. Very excited to show you. But her hands have been through it. Girl, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for being like, I don't want to do this anymore. She does. She loves being here. She really does love being here. But yes, I will be here again next Tuesday. We are trying to do Tuesdays with you guys, right, Marco? As of right now, it might change. We might be able to do Mondays or Wednesdays, but we'll be sure to let you know. If Marco doesn't let you know, I will definitely let you know on my socials. Oh, we have a question. Okay, so I use our soft gel tips in medium almond leto. So these, we have them in 2. We have them in long and in medium. The medium ones are a little bit more rounded, and our long ones are a little bit pointier and very long. But today we use these ones, and then we shaped her up using our shaper buffer file, which is this guy right here. We use the shaper side to give her a more pointy look, like so. See? But let me show you what the tip looks like prior to actually adhering. Oh no, I spilled it. It's okay. Sorry, Marco's already mad at me. So the tips look like this. They're the perfect almond shape in my opinion. And like I said earlier, they come roughened, so there's no extra doing or not doing. They're ideal for the nail tech on the go. I can get a set of these on in like 20 minutes tops, which leaves us plenty of time to play with art. Or even if you're just doing a simple color, you can probably get a full set done in about 35 minutes. Made yourself some $55. We're good to go. KUPA thought about it. We didn't want you adding any extra steps, so pre-rough and shaped for you guys. And they come in 12 different sizes. Each box, there's 550 of them. This is just one of our shapes. We also have square. We have round, and we have coffin as well. So plenty to choose from. If you want to try them out, go onto our website, May 26th, code at the end of checkout, and you'll be able to get 20% off of your discount. But if you're local, you can come here in our Southern California location in Anaheim and shop in store and get 25% off. And that's off of everything, not just our soft gel tips. All right, so she's out of the lamp, and we got to do our favorite part. Harmony. We're gonna do all of her fingers because I've just been abusing Val all day. Like, I'm so sorry, Val. You're a trooper. Thank you so much for being here. You and your beautiful hands. So we're just going along the cuticle. Remember, you do not want to do this onto the nail plate because it'll opaque. I think that's the word. Your top coat. Okay, there we go. And there you have it. Beautiful, wonderful, cute Mother's Day design. We could have added like mom and there and like a little heart, you know, like the tattoos that people do.
No.
like little sailor tattoos that say mom with a heart on it. That would have been cute. But yes, we did some really pretty roses with their little leaves. I think this is a really cool design for not just Mother's Day, but like spring, and we're kind of in that in-between stage where it's like it's not technically it's still spring, but you don't really want pastels, but also it's not quite summer, so you don't really want vivids. So this is a nice little design that you can keep your clients. I don't know about you guys, my clients love a good theme nail. We're waiting. I think I'm doing Memorial Day nails next week. A client texted me and she's like, "Can you do this?" And it was, you know, just American flag and stuff. So I was like, "Yeah, I think I could draw it." So yes. Oh, another question. Oh, engagement.
How available are they for us nail techs working with alcohol and acid?
Okay, that is a very good question because as a nail tech, you know, we're rough on our hands. I had this. I just did this set and cut it down today, this weekend. But prior to this set, I had mine on for 5 weeks, and they did not budge. I was here doing a photo shoot on Wednesday, and I had to not have nails on, so I was like grinding them off because they were on there. I had no lifting. I'm in acetone every day. Obviously, I wear gloves and stuff, but we're touching things. We're washing our hands quite a bit. I'm a believer. I used to be a huge acrylic advocate. Like, acrylic could do no wrong. I'm never going to do anything else other than acrylic. But since using these soft gel tips on myself personally, like I use them on myself, they're on there. Our adhesive is amazing, which is this bottle right here, which is probably the prettiest bottle that KUPA has. I have no joke. I have one client that comes in every 2 months, and they're super grown out, obviously, but they're on there. So I highly recommend. On average, I want to say 4 weeks is when clients are coming back in. And like I mentioned earlier, I don't ever really have to do a removal on clients. I end up doing a fill with our with our builder gel, which is the Enrich RX. So that's an option for you. But if you wanted to soak them off after 4 weeks, you absolutely can. It takes about 15 minutes and your client is ready to go with a new set afterwards. So highly recommend. Can I rip them off? Like after you soak them, yeah. So what I do is I'll wrap the clients in a foil about 15-20 minutes tops, and then after I take the foil off, I'll grab either a sanding band or my shaper buffer file, and you can literally just wipe it right off. Good to go. They dissolve really well in acetone. But yeah, if you are a nail tech and you have tried other brands that just aren't really working for you, give ours a try. I'm honest, I use them myself and I highly recommend them. So do we have any more questions for today? We're good. All right, guys, that was it. I'll let you go because I know you guys want to go watch the Lakers or who's playing? The Dodgers, the Lakers, somebody's playing. I'm being rushed over here. All right, well, that's it for me today, guys. I will be back next week, Tuesday. I'll be back Tuesday with some EDC nails. I don't know anything about raves, but they're gonna be bright. They're gonna be colorful. They're gonna be very exciting. I will see you guys here promptly at 5 o'clock. This was really fun. Thank you so much. I'm Gabby Espino, your KUPA educator, and until next time, stay glossy, San Diego. Bye-bye.
Imagine a place where all your nail product needs can be satisfied.